Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Tekken Tips Sundays on a Wednesday. Today is Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you have a good day. So, today I wanted to talk about a strategy that was just showcased at a event in Abu Dhabi, which was an Arslan Ash versus Knee exhibition match. It was a first to 10 in Tekken 8. If you haven't seen that and you don't want to know the outcome, go watch it now. It's on YouTube on the Abu Dhabi Gaming YouTube channel. Uh, okay, I'm gonna now talk about it. So Nee won this like crazy match, 10-9 versus Arslan Ash. After like a huge comeback, it was mainly Victor versus Brian in the beginning, and then it transitioned into Dragunov versus June, and finally Nee forced the character switch back to Victor from Arslan, and it really came down to the wire. It's one of the best first to 10 sets I've ever seen, so I highly recommend going to watch it. Not only because it's an awesome set, but also because it really showcases a lot of the new Tekken 8 mechanics, Victor and June, the new Tekken 8 characters, and overall just like a lot of crazy moments. The display of skill and like the clutch moments of final seconds with like throw breaks or sidesteps is insane. And of course, they can hear Spag, even if they have headphones on. I'm assuming they can hear Spag yelling, like, oh my gosh. So, anyway, it was an awesome first to 10. I highly recommend watching it. But within this first to 10 is maybe one of the most impressive, or not impressive, but eye opening, cool rounds I've ever seen. And so, this is, if you want to follow along, this is the last game, so it's 9-9, and it's the first round. And just to give some context, I don't think Nee has ever been leading in this match. He maybe got the first round in the first game, but he went down 1-0, and he was basically behind all the way until 9-9. So it's finally tied up. And I'm pretty sure Nee's mindset is, okay, I need to get I need to just get the lead. If I just get the lead for the first time after this huge comeback, then the comeback's complete, and I have momentum, and I'm feeling good, and I just need to close out this last game. And so naturally, if you really want a single round, and this gets into the tips today, one strategy you might do, which is a strategy I guess I kind of learned from this round, is try and win a round based on a single mix-up. Just like base your whole round around a single mind game that probably doesn't, you can't repeat indefinitely. So you can't do a whole first to 10 set or even a first to 2 set just based on this mind game. But for one round, in the context of a first to 10, it's good because like it has to be a mind game such that it's relatively safe, it's repeatable, so you can run it over and over again within the context of one round. And to like overcome it or to fully beat it, the opponent has to take kind of a bigger risk, which is fine, especially in a tournament set. But in a longer set, especially if you've been saving this kind of mix up for like 18 games, it's very unlikely that your opponent is going to be like, okay, I need to instantly take this like big risk, which I haven't been doing for 18 games straight to beat this mix up. So let's talk in depth about what this was. So Nee basically won an entire round through down 2, Dragunov down 2. And I know that's not news. Everyone who's listening might be like, oh, this is old news. But let's break it down a little further. So Dragunov down 2 leaves the opponent in full crouch, and I believe Dragunov is -1. And against Victor, the key thing here is all of Victor's moves, while standing moves from full crouch, can be sidestepped to the right by Dragunov after down 2. So that's while standing 4, while standing 3, and while standing 2. The only one that tracks, the only one that will hit him instantly, right, with instant timing, is his while standing 1, which, yes, is a launcher, but it's also -16. And for those who don't know, Dragunov in this game, if he gets a down forward 2, and there's a wall in sight, and he has heat, that's like a 100 damage combo if he launches that while standing 1 if he blocks it and launches it. So it's relatively, the down 2 is relatively like not immune, but relatively safe compared to Victor's follow ups. Like Victor doesn't have a super, super strong like full crouch mix that tracks to the right that Knee would be in danger of. So basically, what Knee does is he starts with a down 2 and he just like sidestepped right into backdash. So he's initially fishing for a wall standing 4, which is like your most classic option from Arslan, like you would expect from Arslan or from any opponent on a retaliation of a down 2. Naturally, Arslan kind of has been expecting like, oh, he knows this wall standing 4 will be sidestepped, so he dashes in. But then, since down 2 is a relatively quick low and it's high crushes, you can repeat this interaction over and over and over again. And you don't want to repeat it over and over and over again throughout every game you play or every set, because then the wall standing 1 does become more of a threat. Things like hop kicks, things like low parries become more and more dangerous because you inevitably become more and more predictable if you keep going for down 2, down 2, down 2. So then in the next interaction, and he does a down 2, and when I say the next interaction, like almost every 5 seconds, he is doing a down 2. He does like 10 down 2s in this one round. He does a down 2, gets a counter hit, and then goes for another down 2, and Arslan blocks it and punishes. But at this point, the couple of down 2s that he's hit with one mid at the beginning of the round, he is roughly in the lead, and he already has 60% of Arslan's life gone. And then another down 2, and now Arslan's below 50%, and again, the sidestep rights and backdashes. And so, also another important thing is which is just crazy, on this sidestep right backdash, the distance that he sidesteps is shorter than the first time he sidesteps, because Arslan Ash's first response to the sidestep right duck was basically stand up, dash forward a little bit, 1, 2, to prevent Knee from pressing any buttons. In this case, and maybe Knee meant to do this the first time, I'm not sure. But in this case, he sidesteps right slightly less, I think still evading while standing 4, but then it starts backdashing sooner, and so he avoids the 1, 2 this time from Arslan, and he goes for a jab. I don't know if it meant to be a punish, but it doesn't connect because, 1, 2 recovers super quick. Another down 2 counter hit. This time he sidesteps right, waiting to see if Arslan will do anything. Another down 2, it gets blocked. But again, if down 2 gets blocked against Victor, you're eating a wall standing 4. So, when you're thinking about your character and your character matchups, what is this mix-up that you can repeatedly go for over and over again that's relatively safe? And you don't really have to worry about a huge retaliation. So I'm just kind of watching a little bit. And so then finally he'll go for a down 2 and he'll hit it and he'll cash out. He'll cash out the mix-up in the sense of he will go for a super different thing that's high reward for the first time, and that is down 2 into heat smash. Now, Arslan, being, probably the best player in the world, blocks this. But this would have beaten the stand-up jabs, because I don't think Arslan can couch cancel into jabs quicker than the heat smash, and even the heat smash has some jab crushing properties. So I think it was really smart from Arslan to just wait, and especially because Knee's also in rage. But he goes for this heat smash, and the heat smash gives him the plus frames that lead into the final couple of mix-ups that allow him to win the round. So basically, this entire round, Knee said, okay, how can I utilize down 2 to just win a round, win a single round, and get the lead in the set? I think you could apply a similar principle to a final round situation where you need to win to take a set. What's the one mix-up I can apply that I can just repeat over and over again? And so the biggest takeaway is, if you can find a similar mix-up that you feel confident in, you can apply a bunch in a single round. really look at your character and build up those options, build up specific character matchups, um, just so that no matter what character you face, you have one of these in your back pocket, especially in a longer set. But even in a first to two, if you just need one round, you just need one round to, like, I don't know, get some momentum back. It'll be a really good tool to have. This is what I'm going to do. Again, this was kind of eye opening for me. My initial thought with Azucena is probably seeing what I can do with down back three, which is like her low that leads into back turn, but there's like mix ups about how to punish it. The only downside is it doesn't high crush, so one big advantage with Dragunov's down two was the high crushing property, which kind of helped him like avoid all the keep out jabs. But yeah, I just, go into practice mode with your character, check character matchups, and look for this one thing and practice it. So it's not just like, okay, I'm going to do this into mid, or this into low, or this into high, or whatever. It's I'm going to do this into this movement technique, or this into this risky or non risky move, etc., etc. And yeah, good luck. I hope you find some good strats. And thanks for listening. And again, happy Valentine's Day. And talk to you later.